You won't believe the gas mileage we're getting in this truck. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to an all-new Cold Culture automotive video. And today we're in my dad's 2022 Powerboost F-150. And we're gonna be talking about the gas mileage because we all know those gas prices are insane right now. And everybody wants to know, what vehicle can I get that isn't horrible on gas? Well, we're gonna let you know our opinion on this truck. Alrighty, so we got a couple stories here. So my dad's now out of the truck for a good amount of time, and we think that we can offer value on how good gas really is in this Powerboost.
Well, we just took it for a 300-mile trip, just one way, and
we went from Southern California to about middle Arizona.
Yeah, we drove probably around an average of 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, probably something like that.
And most of it was upgrade.
Yeah, if you know the drive to Arizona, guys, you know there's like no traffic, no cars, so you're just kind of hauling butt there.
We averaged 15.6 miles to the gallon, which was definitely surprisingly low as what I thought it was going to be. Then on the way back, I thought, okay, it's more of a downgrade, and I thought, okay, it should be better. But one other thing I didn't mention, when we drove there, we didn't have to drive with the air conditioning on because it was cooler. We left really early in the morning. On the way back, we left kind of in the afternoon, so we had to run the air all the way back. And then we drove probably around 85 because there's a little bit more traffic, 80 to 85. And we got about 16.5 miles to the gallon. So running the air, and then also the whole 300 miles, the wind was just...
Oh, it was killer.
So that was pushing on the car. So I'm sure that probably weighed into it as well.
With that story being said, don't let it sway you. Don't click off the video yet, because there's also something else to be said. If you're driving very high RPM, very high mileage per hour, for a long period of time, you're not gonna get good gas mileage in any car. I mean, you'll get like decent gas mileage in like a Prius or something like that. But remember guys, this is a truck first, hybrid second. On a more positive note when it comes to gas mileage, let's talk about when you go to work, right? So when you go to work, it's about 22 miles there, it's 22 miles back, it's like a 45-mile trip. What is your average gas mileage on your day-to-day driving as like a daily driver?
Okay, so don't laugh at me. So I get up about 10 minutes earlier now to go to work because instead of driving around 75 miles an hour, I drive around 65. I keep the RPMs probably about 1.7, 1.8 on the 22 mile there. Say for instance, if I leave with 300 miles until empty, I get to work and it'll say like 316 miles until empty. So I gain 16 miles.
It's pretty crazy.
So then after I turn it off, it tells me, so I drive it probably around 10 to 11 miles of electric, and then the other 10 or 11 miles is on the motor.
All right, Dad, so with this truck getting decent gas mileage and it costing you, how much did it cost you to fill up last time you filled it all the way up?
Like $152.
What do you think of our current gas prices?
Well, that's, I mean, gosh, I got a truck probably at the worst time, but actually you can flip it and say I got this type of truck at the best time because of the gas mileage, because the gas prices are so insane here right now. Up around $6, $7 for premium. Makes a big difference having this type of truck.
Yeah, so you know, it's kind of funny, guys. My dad will hit me up and he'll talk to me that it's almost like a game for him when he drives this truck, because it's like, how much electric miles can I get and how many total miles can I get out of the vehicle?
We're literally getting electric miles right now, so that's why I'm kind of smiling about it. So on this tank right now, we have almost 30 miles of just electric drive.
Yeah, it's 29.3, so that's pretty good. I find that unlike traditional cars, this truck is actually better for daily driving than it is for like long drives.
Yes.
What I'll say is that typically on a car, the city miles are the worst. It's, you know, it's the city, the stop and go type of traffic. And then when you hop on the highway, that's when the engine does better. But it's kind of funny, and this truck, through our experience, it's quite the opposite actually. On like a long highway or freeway, the gas mileage is worse because you're in those higher RPMs, riding it longer. And while you're driving around town, the gas mileage is actually a lot better because you're doing a lot lower RPMs and the stop-go technology is activating. With that, I mean, it kind of lets you know that this truck is a better daily driver than really anything else, which is kind of funny.
Absolutely. So you, if you're going on a down, so going to work 22 miles is more of a downgrade for me. So I definitely use more electric miles going there, and definitely, it's crazy because I'm using it on the freeway as well, doing 65 miles an hour, and still goes into electric mode. Now on the way back, it's more of an upgrade, and I don't really get electric miles, and I probably get about 28 to 29 miles per gallon. On the way to work, I get 41 miles to the gallon.
It's pretty impressive, guys.
So I am playing a big game with this. So I'm still getting used to it. We have 2,300 miles on the truck right now, but we did find out on a 600-mile trip, the gas mileage, I'm not sure if it was as normal as a truck, but it was definitely a truck, only getting less than 16 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, for sure. Something else that a few of you may be asking about right now at this point in the video is, what about towing and what about off-roading? Well, let me tell you, towing with any sort of electric vehicle, hybrids included, is horrible. I'm not saying that they can't tow a lot, I'm just saying they can't tow anything for long, because putting that much strain on the electric motors just kills them almost right away. And that's a lot of what my dad's talking about when he's going on an upgrade and when he's going like uphill, basically, is that it puts more stress on those electric motors and kills your range way faster. Same thing with off-roading, unless you're doing rock crawling, but I don't suggest rock crawling with any sort of electric vehicle, because if a rock pierces your battery, that could be really bad news. So something that should be said during this video is really depends 100% on how you drive, don't you think?
100%. So just like I said, with the 2,300 miles, I'm still learning this thing and how it goes. What I'm learning is that driving around town, so me and Blake right now have been driving around for almost 10 minutes. So miles to empty has not changed. It's still 212. So we have not burned any gas at all. As long as you keep the RPMs under 1.8, which you can still do 65 miles an hour on the freeway, you're not going to be burning gas. It's pretty insane.
You know, my dad was just kind of talking about it, and when you're in a taller truck anyway with a nice road presence, you don't really want to be zooming around town anyway. And it's kind of funny, you know, he pointed at the car in front of us and said, you know, what am I going to do? Just sit on this guy's ass the whole time? What's the point of driving like that? But it made me realize the way you drive, it's really everything in this truck. So it's like, in this truck in particular, if you want good gas mileage, the way you drive will dictate whether you get it or not.
Yeah, if you got a lead foot, you know,
it's going to be just like every other truck.
It's going to be like every other truck. It really is. I mean, and the great part is that sometimes you need to use a lead foot, but majority of the time you don't. And then that is when the gas mileage is really going to save you a lot.
Yeah. And you know, if you guys want to see what a lead foot in this truck looks like, go check out my 0 to 60 videos with my brother's truck. A lot of fun making those, and I think it's actually pretty educational because these trucks haul ass and they're really cool. Even though they're a gas saver and are really nice on your wallet in that department, if you wanted to buy this truck simply to haul ass around town, you could definitely do that as well. Okay, so everything right now that's going on, what car would you get in our current gas climate?
Obviously, I'd probably get a Prius.
Yeah, right, guys? I mean, that one's kind of obvious.
But getting in a Prius, 6'4", it's probably not the most ideal thing. And then not only that, with that Prius, you're probably only going to be a single driver. Like me and Blake being in this truck right now, there's so much space, and we're both pretty big guys.
I'm having to lean over to like kind of capture us.
So I would definitely, you know, if I'm going to go in a commuter every day, I'm definitely going to go with a Prius. But if I want to go with comfort and decent gas mileage, I'm going with this truck for sure.
And utility, right? I mean, the thing does still tow, it does still off-road, and it's very comfortable on the inside, especially for bigger guys like us.
And it looks really good. You know, it's nice to...
That's like probably the biggest factor, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's for sure the biggest thing. You know, it's nice to be able to go to work in style and then not really get hit too hard. And these gas prices, well, hopefully they don't stick around too long.
Yeah.
And
we have a positive mindset, guys. The pendulum always swings both ways, and hopefully, you know, gas prices will go back down not after too long, and us truck people will be a little bit better off during that time. But this is our opinion on this truck and gas mileage in our current climate. Let us know what you think if you own a Powerboost. Let us know what your gas prices are in your area, by the way. I'm very curious. Ours are about to hit $6 in our area, and anything out of our area, it's actually already past $6. So we're kind of in a more small town, and the gas prices are a little bit more conservative. Places like LA, they're about to hit $7, so I feel rough for those people. Anyway, if this isn't your first time to the channel, please, please, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Peace.